Let's talk about the future of For Honor. What's happening, guys? Sam Adams here and welcome to On the Topic Of, and today we're going to be talking about For Honor, mainly because it has been a slow news week in the world of video games and technology and that sort of thing, but also because I have a couple of things I want to say about the game, with it kind of evolving going forward. So for those that have never heard of For Honor, it's pretty much a giant gladiator game where gladiators from throughout history and from different regions of the world come together to fight against each other and figure out who can come out on top. It's kind of like Deadliest Warrior in a way, but it's a whole lot better than the Deadliest Warrior game that came out a couple of years back, that is for sure. So this was a brand new IP coming from Ubisoft, which meant that right out of the gate, a lot of people were kind of hesitant to jump on board. That's unlike any kind of Battlefield or Call of Duty or Tony Hawk or Trials game where you can know what you are going to be getting from that kind of experience before you buy the game. With For Honor, they already had to kind of make up for the hesitation that people already had through performance and gameplay and looks, and that first one, performance, was a little bit shaky right out of the gate. Tons of people had issues, especially on PC, which made the press have to report on the fact that For Honor was performing poorly, and therefore people stopped buying the game, and the sales were just abysmal, and the player count just absolutely tanked over the next couple of months as more and more people just simply moved on or lost interest. But that has not stopped Ubisoft from powering forward and still producing 2 new seasons of content for Honor, and maybe more depending on how it goes. I suppose, you know, with what we've seen with Rainbow Six Siege, anything is possible. But as far as Season 3 goes, which is titled Grudge and Glory, you have 2 new characters being added to the game, which are the Viking and the Roman Gladiator, 2 new maps, which include the Centene and the Viking Village. Then you have tournaments and ranked modes being added as well, UI enhancements, and most importantly, dedicated servers for online multiplayer. Essentially, the way the multiplayer works right now is that if somebody leaves a match, there is a host migration, and so that kind of disrupts the gameplay and makes this battle gladiator simulator kind of game feel very clunky. It just breaks up the gameplay, and it makes it an almost unplayable experience, or at least an experience that is much worse than if it were just a nice fluid migration like you would expect from a dedicated server. Now, make no mistake, the dedicated servers have no specific set date. There are 2 expansions coming out, one in August and then one in November, and so it's probably going to release somewhere around either of those 2 months. But with that being said, it's nice to see they're coming, but are they too late? That's kind of the point I want to dwell on here with this video, and the question that I want to leave you guys with, because with For Honor being the kind of disappointment that it was for a lot of people and the kind of disaster that it was really on Ubisoft's end, I can't help but wonder if this new content and these dedicated servers are coming just a bit too late. Now, for longtime players and longtime fans of For Honor that have been playing since launch, this is absolutely fantastic, and that's kind of the way I justify all of this new content coming in my mind, because you do have people out there that are still playing this, that have been playing it since it launched in February. On top of that, you also have to consider that the technical improvements and the new content could draw in new players, and we could see a brand new life being breathed into For Honor that really does redeem it from what it's been going through over the course of the past couple of months since it was released. You never know when people are going to jump back on board, but just like I said earlier, with this new kind of nature of For Honor, I just don't see people really jumping back in this late in the game, especially with all of the new games that are going to be coming out over the course of the next couple of months with the fall/winter gaming season. So in kind of a too long didn't read, For Honor is getting a ton of new content, Season 3 is coming, dedicated servers are coming, but in my opinion, it all should have been coming probably around whenever the game launched in February. But like I said in the comments section down below, let me know what you think about For Honor and the situation that we are seeing here. Should the game have been abandoned, and should the team have just moved on to a new project, or perhaps a sequel that fixed a lot of the issues the first one had? Leave it in the comments section down below. If you enjoyed this video, drop me a like. If you like my style of content, I have hundreds and hundreds of videos over there on my channel that have been going on for the past couple of years, and many more to come, so consider clicking that subscribe button. But as for right now, I want to thank each and every one of you for watching this episode of On the Topic Of. I will talk to you soon. Peace.